Hey guys, what's going on? James here, and in this video today, I am talking to former Tampa Bay Buccaneers head coach, current member of the Buccaneers front office, and one of the founders of the Arians Family Foundation, Bruce Arians. Bruce, how you doing today, man?
I'm doing fantastic. I've always looked forward to this night.
Yeah, absolutely. So we are here today at the Arians Family Foundation Gala Dinner. Tomorrow is the Arians Family Foundation charity golfing event, and Bruce, the first thing I want to ask is this. We're back in person at one of these events, right? How does it feel to be back given the past couple of years with the pandemic and everything else that put a halt to large scale?
It's amazing when you talk about fundraising and the hit that fundraising took, for all the charities during COVID. But we're so fortunate last year it was the first time anybody could go out.
Yeah.
And everybody was excited to be out and seeing each other, and it was a great event. It'll be tough to top it, but we'll try to make it happen tonight.
Yeah, absolutely. And, just being here, it's absolutely awesome to see. Thank you, your family, the foundation in general for hosting this event, because it's just an awesome thing to be a part of, right? But, I want to talk about the foundation a little bit. Your involvement, I know it goes all the way back to your wife, Christine. She was already doing work, right, in terms of helping out kids in the court system, find better homes, just improving their lives in general. For you specifically, what made you want to dive into all these projects and all of this work and build this foundation?
It's so easy for me. She's the hero in our family. I coach football. That's nothing. She's saving kids' lives and giving them a future. And watching her do that one child at a time was amazing over the years. And she's still very, very close. Some are 30 years old now.
Yeah.
And they're still very, very tight. And, it's such a meaningful thing. So when we got the platform, did a lot of work in Pittsburgh behind the scenes. But once we got the platform as a head coach, I decided I wanted to make this foundation go to honor her work.
Yeah, and it's in the name. Arians Family Foundation. You guys work as a family unit. You, your wife Christine, your son Jake, he's the president of the foundation. Talk about the unity of coming together as a family to do all of this great work and kind of how you feel about all that.
Yeah, the kids have seen the children and know some of the children that she's helped and come and stayed with us sometimes and seen parts of the country they've never seen before. And I got to ride a jet ski or something, and just have fun. They've been a huge part of it. I really believe all our kids need to learn how to give back. Yeah. And no matter if you're fortunate enough to have money or not, you still can give back.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think I speak for a lot of people when I say thank you and your family and the foundation for all the work that you guys have done. It's been awesome to follow and pay attention to and just see it grow in terms of the scope of it. So, I think
she's doing a lot of work now with Guardian Ad Litem Foundations here in Hillsborough County, Pinellas County, and the state. And she's actually getting honored, I think, on May 7th as a local hero for children.
That's awesome. Yeah, so we'll have to stay tuned for that then. That's a great honor. I want to shift gears a little bit and talk just a couple of questions about, first, your new role with the Bucs. You retired a couple of weeks ago. Congratulations on that, by the way. And you've transitioned into this role with the Bucs front office. At the time of your retirement, it was called, I believe, senior football consultant. Now, at least on the Bucs website, I believe it is senior assistant to the general manager. And at the time, whenever we had, found out more info about your duties and everything, there wasn't a ton of knowledge as to what those duties would be,
Yeah, the biggest thing right now is the draft.
Right.
I probably put as much work in the draft this year as I have in any year coaching, not knowing if Tom was coming back. And then when Tom came back, all this happened, and it made it so easy. There's a lot of work on the draft, and then we'll go from there. Basically whatever Jason needs me to do, look at players. Byron wants some help on offense, I'll be there, and whatever anybody needs, I'll be able to help them with.
I gotcha. So
it's a very general job.
Right. Well, it's nice to have that flexibility, But how did this kind of come about, Was this something that you had asked Jason and his staff? Did they approach you about it? How did it kind of come about?
Jason and I talked after the combine, and, whether this was going to be my last year in coaching or not. And then we don't know what February brings. February in Arizona, I thought we had an heir apparent on the staff. And Michael Bidwell went outside, and he was right to do what he wanted to do as the owner. This way, it was like, all right, all 31 coaches and their families have jobs.
Right.
And Todd's got a 5-year contract, and he's going to do a hell of a job, and I can stand back and watch.
I gotcha. And what made you specifically kind of want to go into that front office role and kind of analyze more of the draft? I know you love that process anyway.
I do, and I just want to be around the players and still be able to go to work, see the coaches, see the players. That's my favorite thing in coaching anyways, those relationships, and just continue to build them, meet the new guys that come in this year, and we had already signed a couple free agents before I decided. So yeah, it's a wonderful thing for me. I could go to work and anytime I want.
Yeah, and with analyzing this upcoming draft more possibly than most times in your career, has there been anything that's stood out to you in terms of depth or just overall ability with some of these position groups in this upcoming draft?
Yeah, it's really good quality lineman group, both offensively and defensively this year, which hasn't happened in a few years. And it's always a great receiver draft because so many great receivers, kids that are not playing basketball anymore, all 6 foot wide, 5 wide receivers,
Yeah.
So there's DBs. This is a very down year for quarterbacks. But every other position, and this I think is going to be one of the solidest drafts, rounds 3 through 5.
Okay.
I think you're going to get really good players who make your football team.
Yeah, and you talked about the flexibility with your role now, and one guy I know you talk about a lot on your current or your former coaching staff, now currently Todd Bowles' coaching staff, is Tom Moore, a guy who is a little bit of a mentor for you, but also a guy that you can just vent your frustrations to as a coach. With you having the flexibility of your position now, and with Todd Bowles being the head coach of the team, could you see yourself kind of having a Tom Moore type role with Todd Bowles as head coach?
Definitely. We've talked a lot about the draft already, and whatever Todd needs, I'm going to be there, not looking over his shoulder, just whenever he needs some help or ask a question, just like I used to do with Tom.
Yeah, I gotcha. And the last question I have for you, Bruce, is this has been an insane offseason, I think, just to put it mildly. There's been so many twists and turns, so many different things. It's been one of the craziest off seasons the Bucs have had since you guys signed Tom Brady a couple of years ago. So with all the things that have happened, with Tom Brady retiring, then coming back, all the other moves, with the way the season ended last year with, losing a very close, tough game against the LA Rams in the divisional round of the playoffs, inside the building, is there extra motivation or extra?
Yeah. I think especially on defense.
Okay.
Nobody wants to remember those last 42 seconds.
Right.
And did such a great job of getting back into that ball game and to lose it that way. And, you can see it in the workouts. A lot of guys are there working out and taking part already. And we get that extra couple weeks this year because of a new head coach. And guys they're taking advantage of it.
I gotcha. Well, Bruce, hey, thank you again for giving me some time here to talk about everything.
You bet,
for everybody watching this video, thank you guys so much for watching. Go check out the Arians Family Foundation. I will have a link to their website down in the comments section below. If you guys want to donate, hey, that would be greatly appreciated. But if you also just want to raise awareness, share it with some friends, share it with some family members, that would also really help out as well, just to bring awareness to the foundation, all the work that Bruce, Christine, and everybody else is doing here. So thank you guys so much for watching this video. Hope you all enjoyed. Leave us your thoughts and opinions down in the comments section below. And we'll see you all in the next video or the next live stream. But until then, and as always, guys, goodbye for now, and go Bucs.
Hey, brother.
Hey, thanks so much, Bruce. I appreciate it, man.